Hello guys and welcome back to another video with myself, Warframe Leech. Today we are going to go over this 60th Warframe temple, and oh my god, he is hell of fun. He is the second music Warframe that has been brought into Warframe that DE has dropped, and oh my word, he is hell of fun. He is hell of fun. But first things first, let me show you where you get him. I will see you in a couple of seconds. Okay guys, we are in Holfinia. Now, if you spawn in here in Holfinia on the stage, if you go to your left, and you will see the new part of Holfinia. This is where the new 4 proto-frames that will be. Right here is Kaya, aka Nova. This is where you'll see Minervia and Velimir, Saren and Frost, and last but not least,
this is where you get to find out what
is Flare. This is Temple. So if you go into Temple and you click on here, here's Temple's blueprints, all of his blueprints, and here is his weapon, his signature weapon, Red 848. Now, cannot wait to get this going. Also, if you're looking how to get the heart strings, go to the computer, go to the one you spawn onto. The star chart, obviously. I don't have still path unlocked. We go to the star chart, and you go to the Solstice Square. Solstice Square is where you will do a defense mission, and where you will pretty much defend Temple. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in to this defense, and I will showcase how Temple has worked. I'll see you then. Okay, guys, we are here in Solstice Square in Holfinia. So here we are, Solstice Square in Holfinia. Now we're going to go over Temple's kit. So as you can see in the middle here, it's called a metronome. A metronome is pretty much its temple. So if you get it in the middle, you get your timing correct. You see that you get your damage, right? But also in the middle as well, you'll see that there is a little flame. This flame means that you're getting pretty much it empowered. So this is mean that your 1 is empowered, your 2 becomes a crit increase. So if you keep landing, you'll get a crit increase. So I'm now hitting orange. So we'll go for a land again. Hitting orange, still hitting orange. So if you keep hitting the notes perfect, you will eventually hit red crits. So this here is the Fierce, and I'm not even using any crit on it, and it's hitting red crits. So on to his third. His third is in iframes, and it's called Reaper's Well. This will give you scaling heat damage on your 1. Your 1 will keep the duration of this going. It will keep going, keep going, and keep going.
Stop the hex, stop flare, and what's left of the Rippers.
And there you are. Right, so we'll constantly keep scaling this. So I'm on 35, 40, 45, 56 seconds. I have now went up to. So, onto the fourth. Now the fourth has a bit of a, what we would call, now there's no mechanic to it. You just press 4 and you will bring out his exalted weapon. That is literally it. His exalted weapon, and it is so good. But as well, when you're aiming down your sight, you have 4 different effects. The first one is viral. Right? Second one is magnetic. Right? Third one is cold. And the fourth one is corrosive. So, get someone that comes in.
What real vocals sound like?
So here comes the So he's just dead. So Force Corrosive, and you'll see Corrosive just proc with all your statuses that you have on your weapon. Now, his Exalted Weapon is really good. It does damage. It does a lot of damage. So pretty much is you want to keep your 3. Your 3 is what keeps your heat damage stacking. Right here, when you keep using your flamethrower, you see that the bar goes down. You want to keep this bar up. The longer you keep it up, the more you get to use his Exalted Weapon. His Exalted Weapon is really strong, right? So you can't get anyone from range. That's what the cores are for. And it has, if I'm correct, an infinite punch through. Not 100% sure. But no harm in looking whenever we're showing the Exalted Weapon and going through his kit. And that is pretty much a rundown of his kit. So what we'll have in here is I will literally take you back in to the back room in the arsenal to showcase how Temple is. This I think should be the end. And there it is. This is the end. I'll see you then, guys. Hello guys. We're back in the back room in the arsenal. Now I'm going to do a wee bit of a showcase. No, I'm not going to do a showcase. I'm going to talk you through his whole kit and how it synergizes together. We're going to go through his passive, first ability, second ability, third and fourth ability. Now, let's get down to the nitty gritty. Temple's passive is play abilities in sync with his backbeat metronome to invigorate abilities effects while increasing ability efficiency by 50%. Damn. Okay, so what this means is if the metronome in the middle of the coil of the backbeat constantly just keeps going around that metronome, if you hit the middle of the metronome, the backbeat is what it's called, you will get a increase in damage as well as ability efficiency. This is what this means. So we're going to his first ability. This will spawn pillars. Don't quote me on how to say this, but god damn, I don't know how to say it. But this is his first ability. This will spawn pillars, increasing the duration. So if you don't hit the backbeat timing, the blast triggers enemies with pillars with heat damage. If you hit the backbeat timing, you will get ignite even more pillars, increasing the duration heat damage of Ripper's Wall when the damage deals damage, right? So the maximum you can do with this ability is max of 10 pillars. The range is 32 because I have range on the build. Reaper's Wall is 7.75 seconds increase to his 3 onto his second. This is Overdrive. Overdrive will give you, damn. So this shoots out at an angle of 100%. This will give you an overdrive of times 2. Bonus times 2. This will give you a crit chance increase. Now, if you miss, you will get a creating damage wave. Heat damage will also increase the vulnerability to critical chance. This increases vulnerability to critical chance. This is all this does, but also dealing damage and also will increase your third ability. When you hit the backbeat timing, the critical chance is doubled and the duration as well, and the heat damage of Ripper's Well when it pretty much deals damage as well. So his whole kit synergizes so well together, and on his 3 main ability that is going to be so good for his kit. Now let's do a wee bit of a talk about this ability now. So you have a duration of 60 seconds. A duration of 46.5 seconds. The max duration is 60 seconds. How do you get this to keep going? His 1 and 2, if you hit the backbeat timing, you will get an increase of the duration on his 3, and this is called Ripper's Wall. Now, you will get a flat heat damage increase, right, at 149%. This is what you start off with. This will scale from strength. Your backbeat bonus, you will get a 10% increase every time that you hit the perfect backbeat. The heat damage cap goes up to 750% of heat damage. I mean, he's just heat. It is amazing. This is an insane amount of heat. It's so much heat. Then you heal 100% of the time whenever you go in this. You will heal. Now, you have a vulnerability stage, you have a heat damage cap, and you have a scaling heat damage. But what makes this even better is your allies get the heat damage as well. Damn! Your allies get heat damage each time an ability is used on the backbeat and successfully hits enemies. Yeah. Yeah. Like, he gives allies heat damage. This is really, really good. This is insane. You need heat? Damn. Okay, Temple. That's it. Literally, he does so much damage, but he's also what we would call a bit of a glass cannon. Meaning, you deal damage, you need to kill them first before they kill you. That's what a glass cannon is. On to his fourth, Exalted Solo, aka Lizzie. This pretty much is a drain. So when you cast this, this is a straight cast. If once you get the backbeat timing, there's no energy cost whatsoever to this exalted weapon. So the backbeat is pretty decent. I really like the backbeat of this. So Lizzie comes out and just beats his exalted weapon, primary weapon. It's a flamethrower, and it also shoots out projectiles as well when you aim down sight. Now, let's go into the build that I have put together for Temple himself. Now, here is the build. We have corrosive protection for the increased damage against armor, meaning you decrease the armor, you do more damage. Heat has a 50% chance to strip or get rid of armor, so it pretty much strips 50% of the armor when you apply heat. That's good. Now, corrosive protection with the 18% minus armor. We have prime continuity, we have equilibrium. Prime continuity is your only ability duration you will have in here. That is it. That's all you need. Equilibrium for the health and energy conversions. So you have 100%. I don't max this out because 100% is it's really good. Ogre Reach for the range on his abilities. That is his 2 and 1. 1 and 2. That's all you need. That's it. You do not need any more range than this. 130%. Also as well, this will give you Temple a bit of a shield gate. The reason why is that 40% of the energy spent abilities will be converted to shields. This is really good. With prime redirection to give a 2-second shield gate. Now this, for me, I tested this out and this is really good for me for the redirection. I would obviously max this out to get him more shields if I could, but we'll leave it as for now. You want to max this out to 2.5 or just give him 1,000 shield. Entirely up to you. It is entirely your decision on what you want to do with the primary direction. But personally, for me, this is a survivability increase, and it is really good. Blind Range for the strength, Prime Flow for the max energy, Precision Intensify for his fourth ability, aka Lizzie. This will increase your damage multiplier, the base damage. This is literally what it does. Ruling Guard for your oh shit moments for the all status cleanse and 3 seconds of vulnerability. Now we have Mult Augment and Arcane Ages. Arcane Ages is for the shield gating, pretty much. This is a separate instance of shield gating. This will give you literally 30% shield recharge for 12 seconds. So see, for 12 seconds you can go crazy. You can do a lot of damage while this is up. Mult Augment, Precision Intensify, and Blind Range are the base strength increase, so the ability strength. Blind Range and Mult Augment is for all the abilities, while Precision Intensify is only for his 4. This is pretty much the build that I have for him, and it is really, really good. Like, it is so good. So, we have the Prime Redirection and Arcane Ages synergized together with Ogre Reach to make sure that Archon Ages will proc the majority of the time. It's the reason why we have a wee bit of shield gate for the survivability, meaning that you can deal damage. Because Temple is a bit of a glass cannon. He does a lot of damage, but he has no survivability. The only survivability he has is his 3, that's 4 seconds, and you're stuck in animation, you can't do no damage. You want a bit of survivability, and then from there we could pretty much take it further. This is what I came up with with the primary direction, Arcane Aegis, and Order Reach. Works perfectly well. You will still get your 2 seconds of shield gate. If you want to increase it, you can increase the shield. Now, on to his exalted weapon, aka Lizzie. Here's Lizzie. I have 2 builds for Lizzie and 2 configurations for your companions. First build that I have for Lizzie is pretty much an all-round status increase primer. Everything else, this is the build that does damage. You're probably saying to yourself, why do you not have corrosive? Corrosive is a no-brainer. He has corrosive on his exalted weapon, so if you want to strip someone, you can. But you really don't need corrosive because this guy does a shit buck ton of heat damage, like 750% heat damage cap. By the time you even consider stripping them, they're dead. Like, it's ridiculous. It's so good, the much heat damage that this does. And you will be proccing heat crazy. Like, you proc heat ridiculously crazy on Lizzie. But let's get back to what I have for you. I have Visual Sense, 100 munitions, galvanized aptitude, critical delay, galvanized chamber, magnetic capacity. We have the toxin and cold 60/60 mods. These are here. These are here to make sure that I get my status chance over to 105%. The reason why I want it over 100% is because value over 100% status has a chance to inflict multiple status effects, meaning that Lizzie, should I say, can also proc double the amount of hate procs. This is what you want. DOTs, I love DOTs. And this is the build that I've came up with. Obviously, Prime did hit for the base damage increase because you will be doing headshots also. Now, if you do not want to go for the primer with the companion and you want to go for the configuration B, this is configuration B build. All you're doing is changing is galvanized aptitude out for serration, and that is a base damage increase. That is it if you do not want to go for galvanized aptitude. But I went for galvanized aptitude. This is the build that I'm going for, that I really do enjoy. Last but not least, onto his companion, with it both synergized together with Lizzie. Now, the companion I have here is Come At Me Bro, as you can see, but the model is a Dremora Hound. This is the Dremora Hound that I went for. I have pretty much formed him twice, given him a catalyst, I've maxed him out, and I really do enjoy this Hound. Now, before we get into the build, we have 3 statuses procs already on the build. This null for the X list that gives you the aura and the ability, meaning that is pretty much the status you will be getting. Reflex for the magnetic damage, and Simus's Protocytes for the electricity damage. Yeah, like right here. So this will proc everything that you have on your weapons, your companion's weapon. It does create crazy priming. Now, let's get into the build. We have the null, dual axe bond, the reflex, manifold bond, and we have Simus's Protocyte with vacuum, calculated redirection, reinforced bond, vicious bond, and guardian. Okay, now the null, the reflex, and the Simus's Protocyte is his abilities. The manifold bond and the dual axe bond. The dual axe bond is for the energy orbs, as well of the companion drone about half 3 clones, pretty good, and that gives you a 50% chance of dropping energy orbs when the companion's kill. Manifold bond is here to proc every single status effect that you have on your weapon, guaranteed. If you kill enemies of 3 or more, you will get the status effect reduce companion's ability, cools down by 3 seconds. This also including guardian. Guardian is also part of this, meaning that your Guardian, you're going to have your shields up the majority of the time. So that's the reason why I went for this as well, for more survivability. Now, if you do not want to use the Come At Me Bro, aka the Dremora Hound, you could change Lizzie to configuration B and go into the Worm Prime. Go from the Worm Prime and go for the Farglass Prime. The reason why I go for Farglass Prime is that I have a Riven. If you do not have a Riven, you can go for the Full Cox. Where's the Full Cox? Or the Full Luck? The Full Cox or Full Cox? One of them two. But I am going for this because I have its Riven. Worm Prime. This is the build for the Worm Prime. As well, you will have Tenacious Bond on this build for the 1.2 final damage 1.2 final critical damage multiplier that you will need when it comes to Lizzie. This will also increase it. So we have Negate, Manifold Bond, Calculate Redirection, Tenacious Bond, Guardian, Prime Regen, Reinforced Bond, Simp Deconstruct for the health orbs. This is a pretty much sustain your energy. We'll have the pretty much the clones, Dual X Bond right here. Clones going crazy. They will go everywhere and do what they gotta do. We have Dual X Bond and Vacuum. Vacuum for sucking up all that juicy loot. Dual X Bond and Simp Deconstruct go perfectly well together because they both synergize. They both proc. This needs assist, this needs kills. Both aka needs assists. These two will drop energy orbs and health orbs like crazy if you get enough primed. Talking about enough primed, I'm going to go back to the Tremora Hound because that is the hound that I really do enjoy. Before I do go off, this is the companion's weapon. This is all you need. This is 7. Is it 7? 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, 5 status effects already on this, and you have 3 on the Tremora. If you go for the Worm Prime, if you want to go for the Worm Prime, go back to the Worm Prime, go for the Fall Glass. The Fall Glass is right here. This is the weapons build right here. Fast hands for the reload to make sure that the companion can reload really fast and keep on shooting. We have Radiation, Magnetic, Cold, and Gas. The reason why Cold is the main one that I want to proc the most is because of Shiver and Contagion. Shiver and Contagion will freeze enemies in their place within 6 meters of Shiver and Contagion. Magnetic is there to be obviously just strip armor. Not armor, the strip the overguard and the shields if you do get them. Guys, this here is the build. If you have enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel, and I will leave my link to the description. Okay, that makes sense. I will leave my links in the description below the video. That is my Twitch and my Discord, guys. Please come and join. I am slowly but surely growing as a Warframe content creator. I love this game. I play this game for its game. I do not play Warframe to create content. I play Warframe to play the game. I love this game. You guys want to team up? Do pretty much team up. I have my squad. You want to join a squad? We need another 2. This is pretty much what we're looking for. Again, I just want to point out as well, guys. Thank you so much for the support and everything that you have pretty much put into watching my videos. I'm very small right now, but that means a lot to me. My goal is to get 100 subscribers. Once I get 100 subscribers, we are going to be doing a giveaway of Lavos Prime and the Cedo Prime. I will be doing that for you guys. If you're not in, you cannot win. To get in, to win, join the Discord. There will be a giveaway done there on the day that I reach 100 subs. Again, guys, thank you very much for watching the video. I will see you in the next one. Peace.